Ladies and gentlemen, imagine standing at the threshold of greatness. Ahead lies the path to your purpose, your legacy, your destiny. But between you and that promised land lies the wilderness, hardship, resistance, and uncertainty. The question is, do you have the dedication to keep walking? Let me tell you something powerful. Destiny is calling your name. But destiny does not honor the lukewarm or the faint of heart. Destiny responds to the relentless, the bold, and the committed. You see, many of us want the rewards of destiny without the price of dedication. We want the crown without the cross. But let me tell you, nothing worth having comes without a fight. Stay with me, because by the end of this message, you will understand why you can't afford to quit, why you must rise again, and why your destiny is worth every ounce of sacrifice. Destiny is not a lottery ticket, it's a decision. This is one of the most profound truths you can embrace. Too often we think of destiny as some mystical force that happens to us, something random or unpredictable, like drawing the winning number in a game of chance. But destiny isn't passive, it doesn't just fall into your lap while you sit back and wait. It's something you choose, something you pursue with intention and resolve. Every single day you are building your destiny. Each decision you make, big or small, is like laying a brick in the foundation of your future. The life you dream of isn't waiting for someone else to hand it to you, it's waiting for you to actively shape it. It's waiting for you to make a choice, to commit and act. Those small, consistent decisions create momentum, and that momentum carries you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. Think about it. Even the greatest structures in history, the towering skyscrapers, the majestic cathedrals, didn't just appear. They started with a blueprint and a commitment to see that vision through to completion. In the same way, your destiny begins with a clear vision, but it demands the deliberate act of building. It requires choosing to wake up each day and put in the work, even when it's hard, even when it feels thankless, even when no one else understands what you're doing. But let me warn you, choosing your destiny means rejecting other paths, and that's not always easy. There will be distractions, temptations, and shortcuts along the way. These are the sirens calling you off course, whispering that there's an easier route, a more comfortable way. But dedication to your destiny means staying true to the path, even when it's lonely, even when it's uncertain, and even when it feels like you're walking against the wind. Destiny is also about taking ownership of your life. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck for where you are. But excuses don't move you forward, decisions do. You may not control what happens to you, but you absolutely control how you respond. And every response is a decision that either pulls you closer to or pushes you further from your destiny. There's something powerful about realizing that destiny isn't just a future event, it's shaped in the present. It's not waiting for the perfect time or the right opportunity. The perfect time to start is now. The right opportunity is the one you create by being prepared, persistent, and purposeful. Waiting for everything to align perfectly is a trap. Action, even imperfect action, moves you closer to where you're meant to be. So what will you decide? Will you choose to sit on the sidelines, hoping that life somehow turns out in your favor? Or will you stand up, take responsibility, and walk boldly toward the future you envision? Destiny is not luck, it's leadership, the leadership of your own life. It's a decision to rise, to strive, and to become. The question is not whether destiny is calling, the question is whether you are willing to answer. Dedication demands sacrifice. This truth often feels uncomfortable, but it is the cornerstone of achieving anything meaningful. To reach the heights of your destiny, you must be willing to let go of the things that weigh you down. Sacrifice isn't a punishment. It's the necessary exchange of the lesser for the greater, the temporary for the eternal, and the ordinary for the extraordinary. The concept of sacrifice is woven into the fabric of every great achievement. Whether it's an athlete training tirelessly for years to compete at the highest level, an entrepreneur pouring their energy into building a dream, or a parent working relentlessly to provide opportunities for their children. The pattern is always the same. Something must be given up for something greater to be gained. Sacrifice is the price of progress. But let's be honest, sacrifice is hard. It requires a willingness to step out of your comfort zone, embrace discomfort. It means doing what others won't, even when it feels like no one is watching or applauding your effort. Sacrifice often feels like a lonely road because not everyone will understand the choices you make. People may question why you're working so hard, why you're turning down immediate gratification, or why you're so focused on a vision they can't see. But dedication to your destiny means being okay with misunderstanding. It means knowing that your sacrifice today is planting seeds for a harvest tomorrow. Sacrifice also tests your priorities. It forces you to evaluate what truly matters to you. Are you willing to give up a little sleep to work on your goals? Are you prepared to let go of toxic habits, relationships, or environments that don't serve your purpose? Are you ready to invest your time, your energy, and sometimes even your resources into something that doesn't guarantee immediate results? These are the questions sacrifice asks, and your answers reveal the depth of your dedication. You see, sacrifice isn't just about what you give up, it's about what you gain in return. The process of sacrificing builds character. It teaches discipline, resilience, and focus. It refines you, stripping away the unnecessary so that only what is essential remains. Each time you choose to sacrifice, you're proving to yourself that your destiny is worth more than your comfort, more than your fears, and more than the fleeting pleasures of the moment. There's an undeniable power in sacrifice. It sends a message not just to the world, but to yourself that you are serious about your purpose. When you sacrifice, you're telling your destiny, I'm ready for you. I'm willing to pay the price, no matter how high. And that kind of determination is unstoppable. So embrace the sacrifices along your journey. Don't see them as losses, but as investments. Because every sacrifice you make in pursuit of your destiny brings you one step closer to the life you were meant to live. And when you finally stand in the place you've dreamed of, the sacrifices you made will pale in comparison to the fulfillment you feel. The rewards of destiny always outweigh the cost of sacrifice. Facing resistance is an inevitable part of the journey to your destiny. In fact, resistance is not just a barrier, it's a signal. It is the confirmation that you're moving towards something meaningful, something valuable. Think about it. No one tries to rob an empty house. Resistance comes because what you're pursuing has worth, and the opposition you face is proof that you're on the right track. The key is not to fear resistance, but to understand it, embrace it, and use it as fuel to propel you forward. Resistance comes in many forms. It could be external criticism from others, setbacks in your plans, or unexpected challenges that seem to arise just when you thought you were making progress. It could also be internal self-doubt, fear, procrastination, or that nagging voice in your head that asks, am I good enough? Can I really do this? These forces are designed to make you question your path and your potential. But here's the truth. Resistance is not a sign to quit. It's a test to see how badly you want what's ahead. Consider the process of physical training. When you lift weights, you're literally working against resistance. The heavier the weight, the more your muscles strain and struggle. But it's that very resistance that strengthens you, that tears down old limitations so that new growth can occur. The same principle applies to your journey. Resistance is the weight you must push against to grow stronger, more determined, and more capable of handling the blessings and responsibilities that your destiny requires. But resistance doesn't just strengthen you, it refines you. It has a way of stripping away the unnecessary, forcing you to focus on what truly matters. When obstacles block your path, you're challenged to get creative, to think differently, to find new solutions. Resistance sharpens your mind, tests your character, and clarifies your vision. It weeds out the distractions, the half-hearted commitments, and the things that don't align with your purpose. What's left is a version of you that is more focused, more resilient, and more prepared to step into your destiny. Yet resistance can also feel overwhelming. There are moments when the weight of it all seems too much to bear. You might feel like you're stuck, like every step forward is met with 2 steps back. In those moments, remember this: resistance is temporary, but the rewards of perseverance are eternal. The storms will pass, the obstacles will crumble, and the strength you built will remain. Each time you face resistance and choose to press on, you're proving to yourself and to the world that you're unstoppable. And here's something else to remember: resistance is a sign that you're growing. Comfort zones are cozy, but they're not where growth happens. When you step out in pursuit of your destiny, you will inevitably encounter resistance because you're stepping into new territory. That discomfort you feel, that's the stretching, the expanse formation that is necessary for you to reach your full potential. Growth is not always pleasant, but it is always worth it. Sometimes resistance comes from people who don't understand your vision. They may doubt you, criticize you, and try to discourage you. But don't let their words deter you. Not everyone is meant to see what you see, and not everyone will understand the path you're called to walk. That's okay. Your destiny doesn't require their approval. What it requires is your commitment. Let the resistance from others serve as motivation, not as a reason to retreat. And then there's the resistance within yourself, the inner battles that can feel even more daunting than the external ones. The fear of failure, the temptation to give up, the voice that whispers it's too hard. But let me tell you something: you are stronger than you think. That voice of doubt doesn't have the final say. Every time you choose to silence it, to push forward despite the fear, you're taking a step closer to your destiny. Resistance is not your enemy. It's your ally in disguise. It's the fire that forges your strength, the crucible that purifies your purpose. Without resistance, there is no growth. Without challenges, there is no triumph. So don't run from resistance. Face it, embrace it. Let it shape you into the person you're meant to become. When you reach your destiny, and you will if you stay dedicated, you'll look back on every moment of resistance and realize it wasn't there to stop you. It was there to prepare you, to refine you, and to prove to you that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. Resistance is the proving ground of destiny. Every battle you fight and every obstacle you overcome is bringing you closer to the life you were alive. So keep pressing on no matter what. Your destiny is worth the fight. Unwavering focus is the heartbeat of dedication, the driving force that keeps you aligned with your destiny despite the chaos and distractions that surround you. Focus is not merely the ability to pay attention. It's the discipline to stay committed to your purpose, your goals, and your vision, no matter what. It's about tuning out the noise and zeroing in on what truly matters. Without focus, even the most determined efforts can scatter into unproductive energy, leading you nowhere. But with focus, your dedication becomes a laser, cutting through obstacles and carving a clear path to your destiny. Life is full of distractions, and many of them come disguised as opportunities. There's always something competing for your attention: urgent tasks, unexpected challenges, and even the well-meaning opinions of others. If you're not careful, these distractions can pull you off course, diluting your energy and clouding your sense of purpose. This is why focus is essential. It gives you the clarity to differentiate between what is important and what is merely urgent, between what aligns with your destiny and what is simply a detour. To maintain focus, you must first have a clear vision. You can't aim for a target you cannot see. Your vision is your guiding star, the picture of the future you're striving to create. Once you have that vision, focus becomes the discipline of aligning your actions, thoughts, and energy with it every single day. It's about saying yes to the things that move you forward and no to the things that hold you back, no matter how tempting or convenient they may seem. But focus isn't just about where you direct your energy, it's also about where you refuse to direct it. It's about learning to guard your time, your mental space, and your emotional bandwidth. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every argument is worth engaging in, and not every opportunity is worth pursuing. Focus means choosing your battles wisely, conserving your energy for the things that truly matter, and letting go of the distractions that threaten to derail you. Staying focused isn't always easy. There will be moments when the journey feels long, when progress seems slow, and when the finish line feels out of reach. In those moments, focus becomes your anchor. It reminds you why you started, keeps you grounded in your purpose, and motivates you to take the next step even when the road ahead is unclear. Focus also requires faith. Sometimes the path to your destiny isn't straight or obvious. There will be twists and turns, and you may not always see how everything will come together. But focus keeps you moving forward, trusting that every step you take is bringing you closer to your goal, even if the full picture hasn't yet been revealed. Unwavering focus is a powerful force because it builds momentum. When you consistently direct your energy toward your purpose, progress becomes inevitable. Small actions add up, and over time they create a ripple effect that propels you forward. This is the power of focus. It transforms dedication into results, dreams into reality, potential into achievement. To reach your destiny, you must protect your focus at all costs. Treat it like a precious resource, because that's exactly what it is. The more focused you are, the more effective your efforts will be, and the faster you'll see the fruits of your labor. Focus turns your dedication into a powerful, unstoppable force that no distraction, no setback, and no challenge can derail. So stay focused. Keep your eyes on the vision, your heart aligned with your purpose, and your mind free from the clutter of distractions. Because when you focus on your destiny, nothing can stop you from achieving it. Purpose over circumstances is the mindset that elevates you above life's challenges, anchoring you in your true calling no matter what storms come your way. It's the recognition that your purpose, your reason for being, is greater than any obstacle, hardship, or detour you may encounter. Circumstances may shift, change, or even crumble around you, but your purpose remains constant, a steady beacon guiding you forward. When you embrace this truth, you begin to see life differently. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start becoming a master of your destiny. Life is unpredictable. There will be moments when the path you're on feels smooth and clear, and others when it feels like every step is a battle. Circumstances can be overwhelming. They can test your patience, shake your confidence, and challenge your resolve. But here's the key: circumstances are temporary, while your purpose is eternal. They may slow you down, but they cannot stop you unless you allow them to. Purpose is what gives you the strength to rise above what's happening around you and focus on what's happening within you. Living with purpose over circumstances requires a shift in perspective. It's about recognizing that every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. It's not about denying the reality of your struggles. It's about refusing to let them define you. Your purpose is bigger than the setbacks you face. It's bigger than the disappointments, the failures, and the rejections. When you stay rooted in your purpose, you begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to the destiny you're meant to fulfill. Circumstances often try to distract you. They whisper that you're not good enough, that it's not the right time, or that the odds are stacked against you. But your purpose is louder. It reminds you why you started, why you've endured, and why you cannot give up. Purpose over circumstances means holding on to that voice even when everything around you seems to contradict it. It's about keeping your eyes fixed on the bigger picture, trusting that what you're going through now is preparing you for what's coming next. When you choose purpose over circumstances, you become unstoppable. Circumstances are like the weather. They come and go, shifting from sunny to stormy without warning. But your purpose is like the sun above the clouds. It's always there, even when you can't see it. And just as pilots navigate storms by trusting their instruments, you must navigate life by trusting your purpose. This mindset doesn't just change how you handle challenges, it transforms who you are. It builds resilience, teaching you to persevere in the face of adversity. It deepens your character, showing you the strength you never knew you had. And it keeps you grounded, reminding you that your worth is not determined by what happens to you, but by how you respond. Choosing purpose over circumstances also inspires others. When people see you standing firm in your purpose, despite the trials you face, it gives them hope. It shows them that it's possible to rise above their own circumstances, to pursue their own purpose, and to live a life of meaning and impact. Your example becomes a light that guides others out of the darkness of their struggles. So when life throws challenges your way, remember this: your purpose is greater than your circumstances. Let it be the anchor that holds you steady in the storm, the compass that keeps you on course, and the fire that fuels your dedication. Because when you choose purpose over circumstances, you're not just surviving, you're thriving, growing, and moving ever closer to the destiny that awaits you. The journey to destiny is not for the faint-hearted. It demands perseverance, the unyielding resolve to keep moving forward no matter how tough the road becomes. Perseverance is not just about enduring hardship, it's about overcoming it, pushing past every obstacle with determination to reach the other side. It's about staying committed to the vision, even when progress feels slow or invisible. Perseverance is the engine of destiny, the force that keeps you going when everything else tries to make you stop. On this journey, there will be moments when you feel like giving up. The challenges will seem insurmountable, the sacrifices unbearable, and the progress non-existent. You'll question your decisions, your direction, and even your dreams. This is where perseverance becomes your greatest ally. It reminds you that every great accomplishment in history was built on the foundation of persistence. The most successful people are not those who never faced difficulties, but those who refused to quit when they did. Perseverance isn't just about pressing on in the face of adversity, it's about embracing the process. The journey to your destiny is rarely a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and detours, and each one has a purpose. The delays are teaching you patience, the failures are teaching you resilience, and the setbacks are teaching you strategies you'll need for the future. Perseverance is about trusting that the process, as challenging as it may be, is refining you into the person you need to become to fulfill your destiny. There's a misconception that perseverance means gritting your teeth and enduring misery, but true perseverance comes from passion. When you're deeply connected to your purpose, your passion fuels your persistence. It gives you the strength to face challenges with courage and the determination to keep going, even when the road ahead looks impossible. Passion transforms perseverance from a burdensome task into a joyful commitment. However, perseverance also requires faith in yourself, in your vision, and in the idea that what you're working toward is worth the struggle. Faith keeps you grounded when doubt creeps in, and it gives you the courage to take one more step, even when you can't see the entire path. Every time you choose to persevere, you're making a statement: I believe in my destiny more than I fear my challenges. The beauty of perseverance is that it compounds. Each small victory, each obstacle overcome builds momentum. It creates a sense of confidence and capability that carries you through even the toughest times. The more you persevere, the stronger you become, and the closer you get to the life you were meant to live. When you finally reach your destiny, you'll look back on the challenges you faced and realize they were part of the journey for a reason. They didn't stop you, they strengthened you. Perseverance was the bridge between where you started and where you were destined to be. And because you didn't quit, you'll stand in the fullness of your destiny, knowing that every step, every struggle, and every moment of persistence was worth it.